With the recent release of the Avengers Doomsday trailers that are going to be releasing each week with Avatar Fire and Ash, and the internet's hype around it, I really wanted to take a look at past comic book trailers and rank what are my top 10 favorite or top 10 best comic book trailers. And the way I'm going to be ranking them is I'm going to be looking at their hype level, so the anticipation I had for the trailer or the anticipation around the trailer around the film. I'm going to be looking at how the film trailer was edited in terms of if it increased that hype and that anticipation, and my overall enjoyment of them, if there was cool scenes showcased, cool moments. Coming in at number 10 is the first trailer for 2016's Suicide Squad. The trailer focuses on a group of supervillains working for the government sent on a dangerous rescue mission. This was billed as the third DCEU film that promised to have a similar effect like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy did 2 years earlier, which is to set up the C-level superhero team, promised a fun action comedy. The trailer is edited with this fast, chaotic pace, complemented and synced well with Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. This was one of the first comic book trailers I saw in the early days, and it really did get me excited for this film. But what I found really interesting looking back is how different the film was compared to this trailer, and this was largely due to studio interference during the post-production process of the film. But I think it speaks volumes on how a good trailer can sell a movie well and be different from the final product. I think why the first trailer of Superman 2025 works as well as it does, as it does everything it needs to set up an entire DC universe and convince the audience to embrace a new Superman. This trailer shows Ben Agreed scenes with Superman interacting with his supporting cast from Lois, Krypto, and the Justice Gang, which were great to see. It also sold on the heart and soul of the film, with scenes like Superman with his parents and Superman with Lois, especially that final scene of the trailer where the new score crescendos as Clark and Lois embrace. I saw this trailer like 6 times after it was released because I was so excited just to see what James Gunn's Superman would look like, and like all year in the theater, every time I went, this trailer would be playing. Coming in at number 8 is the first trailer for Watchmen. Watchmen's first trailer stands out to me as one of the best, as it effectively communicates the theme, tone, and vibe of the overall film. Paired with the awesome Smashing Pumpkins song, it creates this moody atmosphere often found in Zack Snyder's films. There are a few lines in the trailer, unlike most traditional comic book trailers. There's especially one with Rorschach in the rain that I find the most effective. Overall, just a solid trailer with engaging scenes that showcase the great style of the film. Staying on Snyder, we're now talking about the first trailer for his magnum opus, which was his cut for the Justice League film, which stands out to me as really significant because of how the internet hyped this project up and advocated for Zack to receive his cut of the film. Because of the public outcry from his firing, this trailer was one of the first to show characters like Darkseid and Steppenwolf, with Steppenwolf being in his original design from the deleted scene from Batman vs. Superman. Also, Leonard Cohen is just one of my favorite musicians, so just hearing his rendition of Hallelujah is always just great. It really gives a somber victory lap feeling to the trailer and signifies the long journey it took to make this film. Coming in at number 6 is the first trailer for Age of Ultron. This one is special for me as it's probably the first teaser trailer I saw that I can remember from a Marvel project, but I think it's one of the best to do it. The film had a ginormous task of following one of the most successful comic book films of all time, The Avengers. One thing this film did well was set up how menacing Ultron was going to be, as well as introduce new characters, Wanda and Pietro, to the MCU. I think it succeeded in all this and set up a different tone compared to the first film, much more darker, much more serious, and still felt like it could fit into the universe. And also the Hulkbuster reveal was awesome and one of those money shots and staples of comic book movie trailers. Coming in at number 5 is Spider-Man No Way Home. This film was an event for sure and often associated with the phrase, "you should have been there to see it." I was lucky enough to be one of those people who saw it opening night and remembered the time and anticipation of its release and the excitement that was present during that time. The first teaser was our first glimpse of a film that we largely knew nothing about, and where rumors were spreading like crazy about the potential of what this film could be. It was picking up after Far From Home, with the entire world knowing Peter's identity. The trailer was cleverly stuck with this concept and avoided the multiversal twist till the end. Now at number 4 we have the Avengers Endgame trailer, which prior to its release didn't have a title, and still on the YouTube you can find it only having Marvel's event. The team behind it purposely did this to not reveal the actual film title. This was another film that had a lot of secrecy in it and hype. Everyone was filling the rumor mill. For what the trailer offers, it starts with Tony Stark on the Guardians ship losing oxygen and food. It sets up the tone of the film well and flashes of all the characters that stay from after the snap. It reveals the emotional core of the film with the remainder of heroes all teaming up to take care of Thanos once again. Like No Way Home, not revealing the major beats, but hiding what actually happens in the film, that I think some future trailers, specifically with the MCU, struggle with. I think the trailer gives away everything it needs to, which is who's left alive, where is Thanos. The hype for this film was immense. This was the first reveal that made us have more questions than before, which is why I think this trailer succeeds at being one of the best. Coming in at number 3 is the first trailer for Logan. The trailer showcases an aging Wolverine alongside an older Charles Xavier as they are forced to protect the young X-23. The trailer is edited to perfection, showing a few great action sequences, but highlighting the emotional core of the film, which is X-23 and Logan alongside Charles' monologue, which is set to Johnny Cash's Hurt, which is just a perfect choice to help characterize where Logan is at this stage of the universe. Coming in at number 2 is the DC fandom teaser for The Batman. I was one of the people back in the day who sat through the entire DC fandom online event during COVID and waited for the film's trailer to be revealed as it was promised months before. I was a little upset that they canceled Ben Affleck's Batman film, and was just curious to see on how a Batman reboot would feel, and if it would connect to the DCU or not. There were many questions left to be answered, and then something in the way Nirvana played right after the Riddler taped up DA's face in a really great cold open for the trailer, and I was just sold. It showed us all the characters from the Riddler, Catwoman, and the Penguin, the modern aesthetic mixed with the mystery behind why the Riddler was looking for Batman and what he had to do in his master plan was a great premise for the film, and was capped off with the final moments with Batman now uttering his famous line, "I'm vengeance." Coming in at number 1 is the first teaser trailer for Avengers Infinity War. This stands out as the best comic book trailer, as it was probably the biggest MCU film at the time. The trailer starts off with narration from all the Avengers and Nick Fury uttering a famous line said in the first Avengers film, over different shots slowly setting up Thanos. It highlighted the crossovers between the Avengers, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, the Wakandans, Thor, and Guardians. It was also a big milestone for the MCU as the regular intro was replaced with the 10th anniversary intro. It promised a lot of great action and character interactions and massive stakes for the universe as Thanos was coming for all our favorite heroes. This was also set up greatly with the Avengers all being divided because of the events set up in Civil War, promising really great stakes for the film. Thank you everybody for watching the video once again. Like and subscribe.